All right, guys. So welcome back to the Roger Sarnt channel, where we talk all things Army, and I'm your host Sarnt Cruz. Today, as you can see, I'm doing something a little different. Trying to get away from the structured to give you some information. Just chill out with you guys. All right. Don't get used to this. It's not gonna happen all the time. But yeah, today's subject is things you're not supposed to do while you're in uniform. Let's get right into it. Number one, you cannot go to places where alcohol is the primary sales. So, for instance, let's say you're in uniform and it's lunchtime and you guys want to go out and get something to eat. You guys go to Chili's or whatever it is. You can't sit at the bar and drink and stuff like that. You can't go to a place that it's just alcohol sales, period, as the primary sales. So make sure that you guys don't do that. And while you're in uniform, do not drink. I'm not sure where this you can drink in uniform, at least one beer or something like that came from. I've never seen it in the regulation, but I've heard it so many times and I've seen times that people have been doing it. So stay away from that. Number two, eyewear. When it comes to your eyewear, they're not supposed to be polarized lenses. They're not supposed to be lenses that are color. So if you can take that color on the lens and stand it next to the rainbow and it matches those, you're not supposed to have it. It's supposed to be dark, black, or gray. Another thing is you're not supposed to have logos on the side. And I know a lot of these new, let's say these high speed, let's say Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Ray-Ban, Oakley, all of those have some type of emblem on the side. If you do go with those, make sure that the logo on the side is black along with the frames, not the frame is black and then you have a big old O on the side. You just can't do it. It's rough, but you can't do it. The most secure way to avoid this is just go to optometry and get those 3 pair of glasses that they give you or 2 pair of glasses and you'll be fine. And the term for it is must be conservative in nature. So number 3, you can't protest in uniform. You can have your beliefs. You can express them calmly if you guys are having a conversation, as long as it's not offensive and disrespectful, whatever you want to do. But you can't show up to a rally and in uniform, because what the perception is, especially if you're recorded, the perception is that the Army also feels this way. Yes, I get it. You're one person and you can't represent what the Army thinks just as a one person. But if you've seen the news and World Star and all that stuff, you already know it doesn't matter. People will take things and run with it. And now you're in a position you don't want to be. So number 4 of things you cannot do while in uniform: public displays of affection. You can't do it. And what I mean by that is, it's not that you can't kiss your spouse with a little peck or something. I'm talking about full blown being booed up. Talking about like you guys are hugging and you have her on you, like she's back towards you. You're hugging on her. You can't do that while in uniform. You can't hold hands and walk through the PX while in uniform. It's just something that you just can't do. Now, are there exceptions? Of course. Like when we get back from deployment, a lot of times, especially on my first deployment, what they did was they raffled out the first kiss from the spouse, and a sergeant won it. He was the first one that was able to kiss their spouse. So in times like that, there are exceptions, but on a general basis, don't get caught booed up. Number 6 is going to do with walking activities. If you're in uniform, you cannot walk and eat. You cannot walk and be on electronics. And the regulation specifically says electronics because it's walk and talk on the phone. Then you're like, well, I'm not on a phone. I'm on my BlackBerry. I'm on my tablet. No, it's just all electronics. And you can't walk and smoke. Number 7, the last thing, the infamous hands in pockets. You cannot have your hands in your pockets. It's just not allowed by AR 670 1. Does it happen? Yes, it does. Do we get annoyed at it? Yes, we do. Do the officers make it difficult for the enlisted to enforce standards? They do. Do the senior enlisted make it difficult for the junior enlisted to enforce standards? They do. We do, of course. But you can't do it. I always used to tell my soldiers, if you want to put your hands in your pocket, make sure you put your packet in for officer so you can have you already have the prerequisites. But yeah, don't put your hands in your pockets. And the regulation typically says something along the lines of you put your hands in your pockets just long enough to retrieve something and get it out. It doesn't take 20 minutes for you to get your keys out your pocket. Um, but that's it. That's all for today. Um, these were the 7 things that you cannot do while in uniform. If you like these types of videos, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate the love. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that cool stuff to help the channel move forward. Make sure you guys follow me on all platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of those at Roger Sarnt. If you have any ideas for the show, you want to be on the show, questions, comments, concerns, email me at rogersarnt@gmail.com. And remember, you don't have to embrace the suck if you got the right tools in your ruck. I'm Sarnt Cruz, and I'm out. Peace.
Roger Sarnt!